Hello everyone, it's Miss Frugier. So we're going to talk about today solving quadratic inequalities algebraically. So kind of the same thing we were doing without having to do the whole graphing process. You're still going to want to solve the quadratic equation just like you normally would. So we did factoring yesterday. So today we can try the quadratic formula if you want to try to solve this inequality. So the first thing you want to do is move the 18 over to the other side so that it can be a quadratic equation that we can solve. So you want it in standard form. So if you do that, you'll get x squared minus 3x minus 18. And we're just going to go ahead and put equals 0. We're going to pretend, right? Really, it's an inequality, but we're going to treat it like a quadratic equation. So our quadratic formula is negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, right? Hopefully y'all remember the little song. So if we write that out, we have negative b, so negative 3 plus or minus the square root of b squared, so negative 3 squared, which will give you a positive, minus 4 times a, which is 1, and c, which is negative 18, all over 2 times your a term, which is 1. And if we do that, if you calculate this out, you'll find that x is going to equal negative 3, and x equals 6. So let's see, let's look at that on the number line. We graphed it yesterday, but let's just do it on a number line right now because we need to find the values of x that make the original inequality true. So let's look at that. So on the number line right here, we have negative 3 down here, right? This is negative 3, it's supposed to be a negative, and then we have positive 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, going to be right here. Let's see, get that going, and 6. So we need to test values for x that are less than negative 3, in between negative 3 and 6, and a greater than 6 to see which values of x make the statement true. So if we do that, let's see, let's just make little lines here. We're going to test that x is less than or equal to negative 3. We need to test a value between negative 3 and 6, and we need to test a value that's greater or equal to 6. Picking a value first that's less than negative 3, maybe somewhere down here. If we pick a value maybe like negative 5 is right here, right? So that's less than negative 3. So coming back to our previous page, let's go ahead and erase this. Okay, we're going to set x equal to negative 5 and put that back into our original equation. So let's see, negative 5 squared minus 3 times negative 5 is less than or equal to 18. If we test this and it makes the statement true, then all the values less than negative 3 would be true. But when we do this, we get 40 is less than or equal to 18, which is not true. That's not true. Coming back to our number line, that means that all of these values less than negative 3 are not true. So we don't want to shade this part in. And this inequality would not be true. So we can mark that out. That one's not true. Now we need to test a value in between negative 3 and 6 to see if that's true. So we can pick a value for x easiest one here is 0, correct? 0 is really easy to substitute back in. So let's do that. We come back, we can erase this. And this time we're going to set x equal to 0 and test that to see if it makes the inequality true. So 0 squared minus 3 times 0 is less than or equal to 18. 0 is less than or equal to 18. This is true. This one is true. 0 is less than or equal to 18. So let's go back to our number line, and then we can shade in this part of the number line. This part is true, meaning that this expression right here, x has to be greater than or equal to -3 and less than or equal to 6 is true. The last thing we need to do is check the values greater than 6, just to make sure. Go back here, we can pick a value, maybe, let's try 8. 8 right here is greater than 6, so we're going to test to make sure. Coming back to this page, let's go ahead and erase everything. And we're going to set x equal to 8. So positive 8 squared minus 3 times 8 less than or equal to 18. And we're going to get 40 is less than or equal to 18, which is not true. Not true. Coming back to our number line, that means that all of these values of x that are greater than 6 do not make the inequality true. Only the values between -3 and 6 make the inequality true. So we're going to mark through that. That one's not true, and this one's not true. So our answer here, you can leave it in number line form if you want to, but our answer here is going to be x has to be greater than -3 or equal to -3 and less than or equal to 6. And that's it. Let me know if you guys have questions.